Hello there, Chris.
The process of turning in my Army equipment is a horrible, horrible process that I would not want to relive. It was horrible. Alright, so I've got a lot of the stuff separated now from my equipment. I've got a pile over here for stuff that needs to get washed, and a little pile over here of stuff that either I don't need to wash or I need to wash by hand. There's a couple things, however, that I was going through and everything that I didn't see on the list, so I don't know if I got to keep it or if I just probably overlooked it. I didn't see the plates on there. I didn't see this mosquito net on there. And I didn't see this other chemical suit on there either. There's a couple other little knickknacks that I knew probably wouldn't be on there, and then a couple other things that maybe should be on there, but I don't know, maybe not. So I guess we'll find out come Tuesday. So I've made little marks of stuff that I've got, stuff that I don't have, and there's some things I have no idea what the hell it even is. So a lot of that stuff that I'm not sure about, and I think that should be probably on the list, I'm gonna bring with me just in case. That way if it comes up, then I've got it right there to turn in. But I'll probably just keep it in the car, that way if it's the same thing, then I just got some pretty cool stuff to keep. Check this out if you can able to see it. No, you can't. But anyways, it reads the total value of all this stuff. If I was to try to sell, I guess everything that's on this list, it'd be like $10,285.60. It's quite a bit of money. There's just a lot of stuff that you have to really get clean. I mean, to where it looks brand new clean, which is practically impossible. It was a horrible process trying to get all this stuff nice to be able to accept it when you go to turn it in. Well, here I am, early Tuesday morning with all my gear. I got some in the trunk too. And it's time to get rid of this stuff. I am very eager to get rid of this. This is going to clean out a lot of room in the garage, a lot of less hassle to have to deal with around the house and stuff, so it's really awesome. I'm a little nervous because this is probably the second biggest thing I got to do while clearing. You know, this is a good stress reliever, getting rid of all this equipment. I'm sure some of it will get kicked back, and I'll have to re-clean it. And I'm missing a few things. Not real big things, but there's a couple things I'm missing. It'll all get taken care of, and there'll be one less thing to do. One step closer towards me out of the Army. So now I just hang out and wait for them to open up, and then try to lug all this junk on in there. Alright, here we go. I got my cart full of equipment here. Go inside and turn the stuff in. It's almost like reverse shopping. I don't think I've ever loaded up a basket before and turned stuff in. Some of the items ended up getting kicked back because they weren't clean enough, so I had to work harder at trying to get them even cleaner than they already were, but I don't think anybody is able to just clear CIF, as it's called, in one shot and turn in all their Army equipment. Here's the stuff that got kicked back. Not too bad though, really. A couple of stuff I just have to mark off my name. I got this thing right here. It was a little bit damp still, so I got kicked back for that. So I probably sleeping bag had a couple little greasy spots still from sweating or whatever the heck it was, and a couple of little minor things that just have some little spots here and there. I think I got gypped on one of them. It was the Gore-Tex pants, and I remember having them at the table when I did it there because I remember pulling them out thinking it was the wet weather pants, and it wasn't, and then I had to dig through and find the wet weather pants and turn those in, and then I got towards the end and started putting stuff up, and they were like, oh, do you have your Gore-Tex pants? You know, they're like the cold weather ones? And I was like, yeah, didn't I give them to you? He's like, no, huh? I think I got gypped because I could have sworn I remember seeing them, and now I suddenly don't have them, so I'm going to have to probably buy a pair of those. And they're not too expensive, but it's the point. There's a lot of stuff in the Soldiers of Civilian episodes that was just really me talking and kind of explaining what was happening and not a lot of showing what was happening. I really regret that. I really wish there was more content that was actually showing you some of the process of what I was doing and less of me just talking about what I was doing. Alrighty, I'm back to see that Army Reserve Career Counselor. Just need to get him to just sign off on my paperwork. Stop trying to get me to join the Army or join the reserves. This is almost like if you went to a car dealership and you had some guy trying to sell you a POS car, and you don't want it, but then he makes you think about it and come back the next day so he can bug you some more about the car that you don't want. Especially towards the last several episodes, it was just a lot of talking and kind of made for the last probably 10, 15, I don't know, or so episodes to be just me blabbing on, yakking away like I'm doing right now. Some of the rambling, though, I guess could be kind of educational for people who have no experience with working with the military, being in the military or whatever. So I guess, it just depends on who's watching it, if they've got value out of me rambling or not. With all the issues with the NCOER and everything, it ended up delaying me from being able to clear on time. I ended up having to cash in, I think, a couple of days, and I ended up explaining about that and about, you know, of how it was going and how I ended up kind of getting stuck doing the process of getting out of the Army for a few days longer than I anticipated doing it for. All right, so now I need to give the Welcome Center, which is where you do like your out processing and in processing through, and let them know that I'm not gonna be able to final out today. I don't even have an appointment to final out today. So see if there's any additional steps I need to do. Okay, so I now have an appointment for Tuesday, so we'll see if that happens or not. It's all really just gonna depend on if CIF gets finished and all my paperwork for my unit, like my NCOER and stuff, and my leave form get done. Hopefully Tuesday. That means I have to cash in some leave days, though. Do anything, or do you just
What will tomorrow's episode be?
It's the last daily episode. Well, this episode is the last daily episode, but it goes on tomorrow.
What will it be?
Last daily episode.
Last daily episode.
Last daily episode. Did you get that, Jeff?
Last daily episode.
I got it too.
After that, it goes to weekly, well, not weekly, but occasional updates. When something cool happens or of interest.
6 months later?
So the last daily episode was kind of the last episode of Soldier to Civilian. There was another episode that I did after that, which basically highlighted, though, actually getting out of the Army. I mean, I still got stuck having to wait till later to be able to hopefully final out. I mean, I still have final out at this point right now. But my final out's Tuesday. I'm supposed to final out Friday, partly because of CIF I didn't get to, and then also because my NCOER isn't ready still. But I finally finished up CIF, well, almost anyways. I got the stuff turned in, they got kicked back. So now the little stuff that I'm missing ended up totaling like the $38. So now I just got to get a couple signatures, take that back, and CIF is done. So I'm very stoked about that. I got my appointment now is tomorrow. Today's Monday, by the way. And tomorrow is supposed to be the day that I will final out, as long as I get my NCOER. I just got off the phone a minute ago, and they were still not ready with it yet. So hopefully it makes it, and I'll finish up tomorrow. Finance was closed for me to get a signature from them, so missed that one. Tomorrow's the last day, though. My appointment isn't until in the afternoon at 1:30, so I have all morning to be able to finish up the last little bit of stuff that needs to get done, and hopefully it all works out okay. So, on to tomorrow. Good morning! Well, it's not really quite morning for you. Well, it could be. I don't know. But it is now Tuesday for moi, and if all goes well, this will be the last morning I'll have to get up to go to work. My last morning, well, in the U.S. Army. Hopefully, I mean, I would hope I'd still at some point get up and go to work at some job. But back to what I was going to say. But this will be the last day of wearing my uniform, if all goes well, and a lot of other things. I am very stoked. Hopefully everything falls into place the way it should, and everything will work out great. I am done. I am now going to sign out on my terminal leave, and then go home. Flag's going down. This will be my last time to do this. That's it. Now it's time for me to go home and get out of this uniform for the very last time. Alrighty, so now it's time for me to go from being a soldier to a civilian. Alrighty. Now after the last episode, I should have done more. I should have actually captured more of the transition from being a soldier to a civilian. I captured a lot of footage while I was a soldier trying to become a civilian, but nothing really in the show that captured what it was like actually transitioning. After I got out, I went to school. I got an education for television and radio at a community college, got an associate's degree, and used my GI Bill, and I didn't capture any of that. That would have been great stuff to probably, document and capture in the series. And then actually trying to find a job and transitioning from, being in the military to actually having a civilian job should have been something I probably should have documented. My very first job is a job that I still do now, 6 years later. But I didn't capture any of that. There's a lot of stuff that I should have captured of the real transition of actually going from living the soldier life to now living the civilian life. And I regret not capturing all that stuff for that series. So that's it. That's a wrap on Soldier to Civilian Revisited. Hopefully you like this little series, going back, kind of taking a trip down memory lane and revisiting these old episodes of really awkward Christopher Chaos, which there's probably still some awkward moments, I'm sure. But yeah, there you go. If you liked it, you know, go back and like all the episodes that I did for this little Soldier to Civilian Revisited. If you're new here, probably subscribe. I mean, if you watched all these episodes and you're not subscribed, you're missing out, bud. But yeah, thanks for watching the little revisited version. Christopher Chaos. See you next time.